What's up everybody, Justin here, your Gilbert and Queen Creek Realtor. Today I want to talk to you about 3 things that you can do to get the most money for your home when you go to sell it. And the first one's pretty simple, but it's declutter. You want to make sure that your home feels like something that people can see themselves in. And if they are looking at all of your stuff, or if they're looking at family pictures and they see you and your spouse and your kids, or whoever lives in the home, they're constantly reminded that that's not their home, that's yours. So you want to make it easy for them to look at it and say, no, this could be my home and I can see myself here. The question I always ask my buyers when we get done with the showing is, could you see yourself calling this home? And that answer is almost never yes when there's a home that's super cluttered or that has a bunch of personal pictures or belongings out. So put that stuff away, put it into storage. You're probably going to be moving soon anyways. Pack it up into boxes and put it in the garage. The second thing that you can do is make your home available. The best ability you can have is availability. And in order to have that availability, you need to make sure that people can make it to the home to see it on their schedule. What I recommend for a lot of my sellers is that they just plan on taking the first weekend off. Go have a small vacation, go up north where it's a little cooler during the summer, or go catch some snow if it's during the winter, and just have that first weekend where the home can be available. You can leave it clean once and not have to go back and clean it. And then I have them schedule a couple open houses with me so we can get the most number of people in there as possible on that first weekend. We may have to do that a couple weekends in a row. If we don't get the offer right away, then we just need to make sure that you can make the home available within an hour or two typically. So it's easy for them to schedule. Now, if you do have a tenant in the home, that makes it a little bit more difficult. Generally, if you can, I recommend trying to wait until the lease is over for your tenant. In this market, that's a little bit harder just because the market's so hot, and right now you can make a lot of money on those rental properties. You can make a lot of months worth of rent by selling it for the prices, the value that it is right now with the prices as high as they are. And then the third thing that you can do is you want to make sure that you price the home right. If you price the home too high, you may be limiting the number of people that are actually interested in the first place. And the higher the price, the more people are going to expect from the home. So as they go and they look at it, if you're priced too high and you limit the number of people buying or even looking, you're going to get fewer offers typically. Now, as an agent, if I have several offers in hand, I can use those to drive up the price of the home. And we can use those as negotiating points for the buyer's agents and tell them kind of where we're at and where we need to be to make this work. And that tends to lead to a little bit of a higher price than if we shoot for the moon right away. You are seeing right now, as the market's cooling down just a little bit, and it's still a seller's market, but just a little bit, you're seeing some price reductions. And those are happening because there are sellers that are trying to shoot the moon. And after a week or 2 weeks, they're realizing, the home's probably not worth as much as they were hoping it was. And so they're having to lower the price to a more realistic price. Problem with that is at that point, you have several days on the market. And so your buyers are going to be looking at it and thinking that they're going to be able to lowball you even further. And so you just want to make sure that you don't come in too high, definitely don't come in too low, and that you price it right so that you get the most number of buyers available looking at the home so that you can drive up that price and get the absolute most for it that you possibly can. So hopefully that helps. If you have any questions about selling your home, anything that you'd like me to talk about or maybe discuss, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section. I'd love to answer anything that you've got.